What's up everyone, Max Tech Toy Box here, doing things a little differently in 2020 by getting in front of the camera. So the main purpose of this video is just to highlight some of the announcements that have come to pass at CES 2020. And of course, CES 2020 just started, so expect a couple more of these videos to come out if there's anything that catches my eye. As you guys know, I'm pretty fitness centric and I like tech a lot, so mainly those are going to be some of the things that I'm focusing on in these videos. So first things first, let's talk about Wear OS. So there were two new watches that were announced at CES 2020. Number one being the Diesel On Fadelite, and the number two being the Suunto 7. So the Diesel On Fadelite, it's an interesting device to say the least, in my opinion, in terms of the way it looks aesthetically. It has that clear chassis. It comes, I think, in red, blue, black, and it's like a red, blue, black, and clear. Yeah, so those are the four colors, sorry. And so you can see the internals on the watch. So pretty retro style, especially, you know, like back in the 90s when you had those, or even the 2000s when you had the Casios and the G-Shocks that were very similar to that. So aesthetics, I think it's an okay looking device, not necessarily my style. I really haven't ran any reviews on the Diesel smartwatches because I always feel like, so Diesel is a subsidiary of Fossil, and it seems like Fossil keeps all the really good stuff to themselves, and then all of their subsidiaries, the ones up under, they're like one-offs. So the high-end specs seem to go to the Fossil watches, and then the Diesel, Puma, Michael Kors, all of those brands, they sort of get one less feature or something else that just makes it not the killer smartwatch, at least in my opinion. And according to the specs that I'm seeing that they announced, this is pretty much going to be very similar. So this starts off with 4 gigabytes of RAM. You're going to get NFC GPS tracking, of course, things like that. You're going to get water resistance as well. However, you're only getting 512 gigabytes of RAM. You do get the Snapdragon 3100 chipset though. So that's already a non-starter. If you guys have been watching any of my video reviews on Wear OS, whenever you're pairing, it doesn't matter really the chip, the Wear 2100 or the Wear 3100, it's the RAM. If you have less than a gigabyte of RAM, those devices are going to be slow, they're going to be sluggish, there's going to be so much lag. And I've experienced this across the board in any Wear OS device that I've used. Any Wear OS device that I've used that had a gigabyte of RAM, buttery smooth, no hiccups, great. So it's pretty much a non-starter for me. I don't think that I'm going to purchase the Diesel because of this, unfortunately. But you know, that might be something that you guys are interested in. You guys let me know if you want me to purchase that and do a review. Speaking of letting me know if you guys want me to do reviews, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, expect new content. I'm here for you guys. I make these purchases and I do these review videos so that you guys can have an idea of some consumer features and things that I may like, that you may like, so you don't have to waste your money purchasing a device. I try it out for you. Moving on, the next device that I'm really excited for, is the Suunto 7. And I'm probably butchering their name, but I want to go ahead and give a little quick backstory. I was planning on purchasing the Suunto 9 a couple of months ago, but I just never got around to doing that review because there were so many other devices that came out. If you guys don't know, Suunto, they're a fitness oriented company with fitness trackers. They've been around for over 50 years, and for the most part, from all the reviews that I've seen on the devices, they're supposed to be pretty good fitness trackers. But like I said, I just never got around to doing it. Now, on the flip side, they just announced the Suunto 7. This is a partnership between Google and Wear OS and Suunto. So now you're going to have the best, or I can't say the best, but some of the best fitness metrics that you have, because there's over 70 sports modes that they include. You should be able to connect this device to a Bluetooth heart rate monitor. If you guys follow my channel, you know that that's one thing that I really want, because that just gives you the most accurate data in terms of your heart rates. Basically the metric throughout the day, and then of course when you're working out, so that you just get the most up-to-date data, the most accurate information. So you're going to be able to attach or to connect a Bluetooth heart rate monitor to the device, and of course you're also going to be able to get their fitness metrics like training effect. I think you get training peak as well, your VO2 max, all the things like that. So I'm really excited. And on top of that, you're going to get the best of Google Wear OS, where you're going to be able to get that text-to-speech and dictation when you're responding to notifications. You're going to be able to respond to phone calls. I believe you're going to also be able to answer phone calls on the device as well, because there's a microphone and a speaker. There's pretty much no reason why you wouldn't be able to do that. You're going to get NFC. Of course, you get GPS tracking. You're supposed to be able to get 12 hours of continuous GPS with the device. and then 48 hours in a smartwatch mode. I'm assuming that just means if you don't work out and you use it, you're supposed to get 48 hours. Now, that's the biggest question mark that I have about the device, because generally speaking, Wear OS, the battery life has been pretty abysmal. The TicWatch Pro 4G LTE had the best battery life, and that's because of that secondary screen, because it allowed the OLED panel to go out, and then you just had the LCD sitting on the top. So I'm hoping that I can get at least a day and a half on the battery life, especially if you're going to be wearing this device to sleep, for example, for sleep tracking and things of that nature. So I'm really hoping that they do, and it's a 450 milliamp hour battery, so it should have decent battery life, but we shall see ultimately how that works. It's starting off at $499, and it comes in 5 different colors. Of course, they have a copper and black. As you guys know, that's pretty much my Achilles heel. That's the one that I pre-ordered, and it is $499. So it's a little steep, but I believe for all the things that it offers, I do think that it's worth that price tag. But we shall see. Like I said, I pre-ordered it, and I will do a video review on that and let you guys know what I think. So this is Max Tech Toy Box signing off. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If there's anything about these two particular devices that you guys want to know, or if there's anything else at CES 2020 that's being announced that has you guys excited. Until you guys see me again, peace.